Hello everybody and welcome to the Intermission Master Shenzhen, as Nathaniel and myself are still in beautiful Burbank, Southern California, where it's not sunny because it's night once more, but we are pumped to be bringing you guys one more group of this awesome tournament. And Nate, normally this is where we talk about rainbows, butterflies, all the beautiful things in life, and of course about, all the stuff that we've done lately, all the funny things that happened, but Game 1 has actually started already.
They've actually
Literally.
already begun the match. It's Jim versus Life, and this has actually probably been the fastest ever broadcast in StarCraft 2 history in terms of transitioning into a game.
But looking at the bright side of life, we did not mess up this intro.
We did not.
It was hard to mess it up though.
That's true. The thing is, like, if it's like when you play a 2-minute long game and you don't get supply blocks, you're like, man, I was supply blocked for 0 seconds.
Better than my season average. Not bad.
So,
alrighty guys, all jokes aside, this is going to be a badass group. Nate, I know your Terran heart is beating double time, but not just for the reason of MMA and of Tasia, because we're looking at two absolutely fantastic players as well. Over here on the south side of Merry-Go-Round, as we are once more using the Chinese client, we have arguably one of the strongest Zerg players in the world, my favorite Zerg in the world. It is StarTale's very own Life.
Life.
The Linky.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited for this group, and not just because second match is a TVT, because these two guys are awesome.
Oh my god, I didn't even think about it yet. We're gonna have a TVT between Tasia and MMA. Wow.
And in the top right, the blue Protoss player from Invictus Gaming, it is Jim.
Just Jim.
Just Jim.
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 Nothing else. Keep clean. All lowercase. No caps, no spaces. Definitely not stirred or shaken.
Just Jim. Just Jim. No space.
Just Jim. Jim is actually a surprisingly good Protoss player. Some people may have forgotten about Jim already a little bit, because 2013 was sort of the year of Jim. He just came up upon us, or he came upon us. He got dropped from the sky like an angel, and he showed us some really cool Protoss stuff. For a moment, he was the foreign hope, after he was wrecking everybody 2-0, 2-0 while playing from China and taking rank 1 Korean Grandmaster League. However,
wow.
2014, yes, it's a wow moment. I couldn't agree more. 2014 has not been the year of Jim yet.
No, it has not.
No.
But he's getting there. He's trying.
He is the only Chinese player participating in Intermission Master Shenzhen, so there is a lot of national glory on his shoulders as well.
For a tournament in China, he is the only person from China that's actually in the this group stage at the very least.
And you know how the Chinese government is always very proud of their local athletes, so there is a good chance that if Jim wins this tournament, that he gets a statue in the middle of Shanghai.
That would be epic.
I would go to that statue and I would kneel.
I would go to that statue and try to play StarCraft off of it.
Oh my goodness.
That is a very fast robotics facility.
Zergling is...
Sentry says, no, you're not allowed in here. He's going to kick those two Zerglings out.
But, Nate, all jokes aside, normally when Protoss drops a force field in this phase in the game, it kind of makes you wonder already, what are you hiding? Now, most of the time when Protoss players are hiding something, it's either a Stargate or it is a Twilight Console for quick DTs. But that's
usually not a robotics facility. And you know what, Roddy? This map, we've seen it so many times. I'm ready for him to just chrono out, maybe even just one Immortal, and just go.
I think two.
Okay, two makes sense.
I think two Immortal Zealot might be the build.
Observer.
Okay.
He's going for the economic Immortal Centurion.
Yeah, that's possible too. But it also could have been like just the 2 gas and then actually 1 gas. But yeah, he opened up with double simulator, so it's not going to be the Zealot Immortal. What am I talking about? Have I seriously lost all my passion? Have I installed Hearthstone?
Oh,
no, I did not.
God, Rotterdam.
I did not. Nate does though. Nate plays a lot of Hearthstone. Can't confirm.
I can't help it. I can't help it. I'm addicted to Passion Stone. So, first Immortal being chrono boosted out. Warp Gate is just about done. And oh, look at these warp gates. Look at them opening up, man. It's like a can opener on those gateways. There's a beautiful, beautiful can of tuna inside.
I still think that Jim is going to hit very quick and very hard with this push. This is like Jim has done this build before. We casted this in WCS America. He did this against Hyun, I think. This is like the in-between Zealot Immortal and Sentry Immortal.
Yeah.
This is like the super in-between build, right? He has a few force fields, but behind that it's still mostly Zealots and Zealots only. It's going to be 2 Immortals, then the Warp Prism, and it hits a little later than the Zealot Immortal, but it hits a lot quicker than the Sentry Immortal. He has done this before. There's a good chance
it just hits so fast, man.
Yes.
Look, it's not
he's
even 8
moving out.
minutes.
740, he's moving out.
He did this in WCS America, no? There was someone who did this. Was it Crank? Was it him or Crank? Someone on this in
it
this
was
map.
Jim. It was Jim.
Jim. Oh my God.
Jim did qualify for WCS America Premier League Season 2. And he defeated the Zerg, but then he lost to Hyun in the final series.
Oh, that is actually incredible.
But Live does not mess around. Fires up 12 roaches. He's actually already on 51
sport
drones.
crawlers are really going to help deal with this as well.
No.
Not really.
No, Nate. Why
He's
would
got
you
roach
lie?
speed on the way.
Why are you lying? Why are you spreading misinformation? You are destroying esports when you do stuff like that.
I don't know, man.
Force fields. Okay, Live. Yes, he fired up 12 roaches. The queens are going to be really important. If I was Jim, I would start attacking in the natural because these sport crawlers are indeed looking very intimidating.
Oh yeah.
I'm kidding. But
I mean,
it's still kind of annoying because of the Mothership Core and the Warp Prism. It's something
Yeah.
extra that you have to worry about. Guardian Shield gets popped, Time Warp goes down. Mothership Core takes quite a bit of damage, but the first Spore will go down. First set of Force Field is okay.
a lot of these roaches can't move through. The time warps are real as well. Another time warp on the mineral line, and Jim, man, these Immortals are hacking and whacking, but roaches and Zerglings from behind.
However, the Immortals are here. Jim is looking good in game number 1. These Immortals are still looking very, very healthy. Somehow, he still has entering for Force Fields as well. This is Protoss, this is StarCraft, and above all, this is Jim's territory as we are playing the Intermission Masters in China. Jim needs one more warp in, and then I feel that he's going to be okay. He doesn't even need to warp in, Nate. GG!
Jim, man, when you are playing on your own server and don't have 300 MS ping, Jim becomes a god.
Jim actually just asked us, what game is this? I have never played a game that went this smooth. Wow.
That was great. Against Life.
Yes.
That was... I have no words for this. But Jim, he has kickstarted this group in an explosive fashion.
Yes, there's really nothing else to it. They're going to fire up game number 2 as well. This is really awesome. These guys are in some sort of a hurry. Well, we are not in a hurry at all. Once again, guys, the stream just went live. A lot of people don't even know that this game has happened.
Go tweet about it.
There are some people right now that are like, cool, Nathanius tweeted 2 minutes ago that Jim versus Live is about to start. They click on it.
I've got time to get popcorn.
And
no.
Jim is leading 1-0 and he didn't even cannon rush. That happened.
That is the power of Protoss. Of course.
Yes.
Tweet at us. Hashtag IEM. Tweet at both of us. Tweet at ESL. Tweet at Intel Extreme Masters. And let us know how you're watching this series in the middle of the night. Or if you're from China, let us know how you're watching in China. That's probably really cool, too.
I would love to hear someone watching from China right now. He's like, guys, I know that you love Jim as much as I love Jim, so I'm ignoring the Chinese stream. I'm watching you guys. That would make my melt heart.
That would it would make my melt heart too.
What, did I say melt heart?
We're loaded into game number 2.
I said heart melt.
I don't know, Kev. Oh
Didn't
man, Messioso.
Did I say I would make my melt heart?
It's okay.
Damn it.
You got it right. You got it right.
Yeah.
I heard you wrong.
Yeah, I think so too. Alrighty. So game number 2, believe it or not, is already on the way. In Group D, of course, a very important group. This is the last group of the Intel Extreme Masters Shenzhen.
And Life is 10 pooling.
After this, we will know who are going to be our final 8 players in the single elimination bracket $25,000 tournament. And you are right. The Red Zerg, the fantastic Red Zerg in the left bottom side of the map, decided to end things even quicker than Jim did on merry-go-round. Give it up for Life.
These guys are trying to make the fastest series.
No. No.
Jim doesn't play Zerg.
Nor is Life from China. We could make terrible jokes, but
oh my goodness. It's okay. It's okay. Because you know what? Jim is actually going to go for Forge opening.
Oh, this is really good for Jim. He's going to scout as well.
He needs to
Overlord?
build.
Okay, sorry guys. Over here on the right side of the map, the Blue Zerg. No, Blue Protoss. Representing Invictus Gaming. Give it up for Jim. Bam. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Did the Overlord see? Damn it, now I missed it. We suck, Nate. But it's still though. He can still actually drop like gateway, temporary pylon, cannon. He's good to see this. Bam! Hatch block. Jim does not mess around.
Yeah, man. Jim has no time for games, but He doesn't realize he's being 10-pulled.
No, no.
He doesn't know,
no,
Jim.
No. No. Oh my God. He has somehow.
Oh, what if he just builds a Nexus? What if he loses?
He has actually not seen these Zerglings. This was really hard for Jim not to see the Zerglings with this pylon and this probe. No. But Jim has done it. No.
What?
Oh, okay, that's actually really smart. But he still has to worry about these Zerglings.
Jim, build a cannon.
But he's still gonna be.
Build a wall.
Okay, so now Jim does not know that Life is temp-pulling him. Life does not know he's being cannon rushed. That's interesting.
Oh no! What can you even do? Is he dead? He's dead now.
No, he can pull probes.
Pull the probes.
I mean, it's not good. It's dicey. It's going to be a cracker, all right.
Yeah, that's a real cracker right there. These Zerglings trying to fight these probes. I mean, so Jim's going to be able to finish a cannon, which is most important.
Yes, these links can still squeeze through, can still go into the main base. Very annoying to deal with. However, Life's going to end up losing his hatchery.
Yeah, that gold base is going to get wrecked.
This is a series for the ages already.
This is actually already a pretty crazy series.
Yeah. Jim somehow is up 3 minutes after we started this series. Now we have a hidden cannon going up. Life can still cancel this hatchery if he really wants to.
I mean, he's got to cancel.
Life, it's your party. You can cancel if you want to.
Okay.
Oof. Don't funk with my heart like that, Knife.
Oh man, that was...
This is a lot of Zerglings, by the way. If all of these Zerglings run by, I guarantee you that 4 Zerglings make it up to the main. It could also be 3.
And that would truly be a nightmare scenario. Okay. So they're starting to nibble. Oh, Jim! Oh, he is a brave man. He is a brave young man.
Okay, Life is sending a couple of Zerglings though. This would be a great scout for Life. All jokes aside, very important series, of course, for Life. You don't want to end start up. Oh, cannons could still go down.
Jim!
Wiedemans.
Come on, baby, channel.
No, not with 4 Zerglings.
No.
It's not gonna work. It's very smart that Jim realizes this as well. He's gonna try to drop his Nexus instead. What a game!
Yeah, this game is already pretty intense.
It's really bad for Jim though.
Yeah, this is really bad for Jim.
What a game this is, but it's really bad for Jim. 4 Zerglings make it in. Oh my God. 5? No!
That's...
How does he do that?
What do you do now?
Only the linking.
Only Life could squeeze an extra Zergling through.
Alright, I'll just, of course...
Oh, he's trying to get on top of these probes. You're right, this is an important match. This is the first match of Group D. And, Life would really like to be able to win this because no matter what, both of these guys actually have to play a Terran next. It's guaranteed that they will play a Terran player.
And in the past, we can actually do series analysis over this group as soon as this series settles down a little bit. But in the past, Jim has not been particularly impressive against Terran. Against Zerg, however, he's pretty damn good. Against Protoss, I think he's really good. Against Zerg, he's good in a Jim-ish way of being good. He's no Zest, he's no Rain, he's no well, maybe a little bit more like Parting. But he's different. He doesn't really outplay his Zerg opponents, but he does have a couple of very strong builds that hit very hard, like we saw in game number 1 on merry-go-round. However, Terran has always been a problem for the Chinese Protosses, whether you're Maxet or Jim.
That's very true. This Zealot's trying to kill some Zerglings. They're just so fast. They're so nimble. So agile.
And they don't even have speed yet, Nate.
No.
Imagine how much faster they will be.
Wow. Oh, the probes are trying to transfer. I almost would like to see if the probes try to tase those Zerglings. 4 probe kills.
It's a waste of money. Yeah, but all of those probe kills were very early on, though. Those were probe kills that got killed when Jim did not have a cannon yet. Gets one more. Okay.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
The Stalker is here to save the day.
Now I wonder what do you do if you're Jim, Nate? You're down 14 workers in an 8-minute game against one of the best Zerg players in the world. What can you do?
Build a robotics facility?
No. 7-gate.
7 gate sounds good too.
I actually really don't know what Jim should do.
He's getting very fast +1 attacks. So does he do +2?
No, this is too late. Okay, he's gonna try to go up to 3 bases very quickly. That is something.
Life?
Well, Life does not have a single upgrade yet. I actually think this is the best thing that Jim could do. Is it going to be hard? Hell yeah. But anything else would probably not work. Ooh, Burrow and Roach Speed are fired up immediately.
I like it. I like it a lot.
You want to touch it?
Epic. No. Roach is disgusting. Okay, so these Zerglings are going to get on top of this cannon, and it's going to die, which means Life can take the gold base. So that's always cool, but he will lose a lot of Zerglings.
Wow, cannons die. Cool.
I wish they exploded more outward, though. Like, erupting like a volcano. Okay, so these Stalker and Zealot go to the natural. Trying to get on top of Life's drones, and of course we're talking about how good of a position Life is in. Jim really needs to make something happen here. Every single worker kill is tantamount to him mounting a comeback.
Gets 3 drones there. That's actually not all that bad. And a little bit of mining time loss as well. And he sees the roaches. 3 more gateways are going down. However, you don't want to fight against burrowed roaches with just gateway units. Now we see Twilight Console being wiped in. But Jim needs a robotics facility. Jim knows what he wants, and he wants it now. And it is a robotics facility.
Because, yeah.
Because he's Mr. Vane.
I was trying to think of something that rhymed with facility. But I was like, because he's got sick force field abilities.
Oh.
You know.
That's not bad at all. I can dig it.
He utilizes the Immortal's utility.
This. Ooh. But okay. Well, I don't even know what to say, Nate.
It's okay.
Maybe we can play this Ronald Keating song where we say it best when we say nothing at all.
The roaches are trying to push into the natural expansion, actually catching a couple of these sentries out of position. Only kills a Stalker though.
He does have 2 cannons there, that's very nice. This other cannon is slightly exposed.
Yeah, this is actually really frustrating because if he loses this third base...
sorry,
did he burn his foot in overcharge yet? No.
No, but it doesn't matter, there are so many roaches. I love Jim as much as the next guy, but Life was a little angry after that merry-go-round game. He's like, if you make me angry, you're gonna have a bad time. I'm gonna make a lot of roaches instead of zerglings like I normally do.
That's frustrating.
Yeah, Jim is in so much trouble. He just lost his cyber core as well.
He doesn't have... Does he have any observers? No.
He has no robotics facility.
Ouch.
Yeah.
So he kills the cannons and then burrows for days.
And all of these gateways are going to be unpowered as well. This is almost painful to watch. This is a massacre. There is no other way to put it. There are roughly 44 roaches on the map. That's not roughly. It's actually precisely. That's a lot of roaches.
Goodbye +2 attack. Goodbye warp gates.
Do you think he's going to dance? I can see live
I'd love to see him dance.
No, I wouldn't dance against the Chinese Protoss in China though. That's playing with fire. So many roaches in the natural of Jim. And Jim is going to realize real soon that he is dead. And he's going to call GG as well. Poor Jim. In all seriousness, of course, opening over that pile and blocking the natural. Normally that is a perfectly fine play. However, if you send that probe away without checking the main base, and you're inches away from spotting 4 to 6 Zerglings marching across the map, if he spots that, he can warp in the cannon immediately. That cannon is going to keep him safe for a little while. He actually doesn't get the cannon. The Zerglings kill 4 probes in that fading game. It is massive. Jim tries to cannon rush the original second base, the original expand from life. That also did not work well. When your opening like that goes, or when your opening stage of the game goes like that against Zerg, doesn't even matter if that Zerg is... Name a random Zerg on the North American ladder. That's good, but not like fantastic.
Destiny.
Oh, I can't believe you just said that. But then it doesn't matter whether you play against Destiny or Live, you're going to have a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
But in a weird way, it's a compliment because Destiny would win from that situation. I can guarantee you that.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just it's a massive investment. You lose 4 probes as a 1-base Protoss. Ouch. Your cannon is late. Then you start investing another pylon and 2 additional cannons. What can you do?
You can type GG.
Yeah. He tried to hang in there a little while longer, but Live with a perfect response. Would it have been different if Jim would have gone for a robotics facility instead of a Twilight Console? I don't think so, because it's still 65 army supply against 10. And yes, we all know Photon Overcharge is a pretty useful skill to have, but it's not that good.
You could be good at casting Photon Overcharge, but sometimes there's just too many roaches on the dance floor, so...
Alrighty, Live is going to need a 1-minute break, which is cool, because that means that more of you guys can join us. Let the world know that the second stream of Intel Extreme Masters is live. Did the main stream end already, Nate?
I am not sure. I will double pentuple check that right now.
Oh, it's still live.
Well, you know what?
And live with a V, not live with an F.
Oh,
no.
I see what you did there, good sir.
All right,
They're actually playing a PvZ on Overgrowth right now.
That's cool. That's probably going to be a closer game than the one we just watched, because ours was not very close.
Well, Hero didn't open with a Forge, so yeah.
Either way, if you're a big fan of Live, if you're a big fan of Jim, or maybe your Terran heart is already beating a static without the fact that you have drunk 7 Red Bulls today like I did, then you can still watch one hell of a series after this, because Tasia vs MMA is coming up.
That's going to be so good.
Let everybody know. Hashtag IEM, twitch.tv/ESLTV_SE2B. And above all, we have a shop. Just throwing it out there.
We do have a shop.
We have a shop.
It's, what is it? Was it ESL Shop
there
or
is
shop.esl?
there is a lower third for the shop.
Oh, www.esl-shop.com. Go there and buy some shirts. Shirts
Is it
are cool.
just me?
.net.
Or are there 4 W's? No, it's only 3. I'm hallucinating. I'm hallucinating a W.
There's actually 6 V's right there. The graphics guy, or the W key broke on the keyboard, so we had to improvise. We actually went with the slash, like the backslash, forward slash, backslash.
I have a question for you, Nate.
Talk to me.
I want to hear your esports passion. When is the first time that ESL revealed those shirts? You know, like tank only, or you know, like 6 pool where you cross through the strategies, or Protoss is like, you know, the expand, the pressure, and then the 4-gate.
I watched this tournament actually.
The first time we were ever wearing those T-shirts, I had a privilege of actually showing those StarCraft 2 T-shirts to the world.
Wasn't it? Was it an Intellectual Masters Cologne?
Damn, Nate! Woo!
Yeah!
Which
All right.
year, though?
2012.
Oh, you're wrong.
What?
2011.
I don't even remember watching StarCraft in 2011 that much.
It was 2011.
I was still in Gold League in 2011. Okay,
What's the difference now?
I failed you.
Oh, snap. Snap. Nate's actually really good. I'm teasing, guys. Yeah, it was 2011. Me and Mr. Bitter, we got handled the shit. It's really funny back then, because back then, you know, when you went to a tournament and you started casting, you didn't communicate things like wardrobe, or did they ever tell you what to wear?
Oh,
so,
no.
So I was wearing this like kind of like too tight T-shirt for my out of shape body with a very deep V-neck, which just looked ridiculous. Someone should have just told me you're not allowed to go on stage like that, but they still let me go on stage. And Mr. Bitter was wearing this buttoned up, really red shirt, like it was like fiery red, and we just looked atrocious. And the next day, Carmack walked up to us and he's like, "Guys, here, you wear the 4-gate shirt. Mr. Bitter, you wear the 6 pool shirt." What did it say? 4-gate? 4-gate, 6 pool. And then later on, we were wearing those T-shirts as well. The Intex Masters Guangzhou in China in 2011, which was the tournament that Idra won and defeated Alphatai in the final.
Cool.
And Jim was there. Jim was there. We actually built a bridge from T-shirts from the shop, from the first series back to the series. Wow. This is it. Actually, I'm going to show a video clip to my boss after this, because this was quite arguably the most brilliant bridge that I've ever built.
This was quite a powerful bridge.
I am connecting the dots. One.
We have the dots have been connected. What map is this? Foxtrot. So the only part that's difficult is with all the time I spend studying Chinese, if you don't know the actual characters, it's impossible to read.
Okay.
I can't even attempt to read that incorrectly.
Me neither. I wouldn't even try. I wouldn't know where to start. I would just make a random sound. A generic sound. Which obviously is not the right way to go at it. We're still waiting for live to return, but of course, guys, let everybody know that the second stream is live as well. Hashtag IEM. Nate and me have had a very long day. We've casted so much StarCraft, but we are still very pumped for this group. Of course, you know, the winner of this group, there's a 33% chance that he is going to play against our very own Liquid Snoot in the round of 8. So that alone is already a reason to watch. It's going to be Jim. It's going to be live. It's going to be... if Jim wins this... How sick would it be if Jim wins this group? Okay, the odds are small, but it's always possible. If Jim wins this group and he meets up with Snoot in the round of 8.
Have Jim and Snoot ever played each other? Ever?
Ace Team Story Cup?
Okay, I'll take it. Maybe.
I'm not sure.
Now I have to check.
You go ahead and check it. I'm just waiting for live. Live's ready. Jim is ready, and we are ready as well for game number 3 between Startail, Alifa, and Invictus Gaming very own Jim. Jim, once more, had an amazing 2013, made it to the round of 8 of WCS America twice. 2014, however, wasn't really his season, because 2013 season 3 did not go Jim's way. He was forced to play Challenger, and Jim had the unfortunate luck of being coupled. Could you say that? Like coupled to? Or matched?
Paired together. Coupled in a match against each other is, you know, that works.
He got paired up against Bomber, and we all know Bomber is very good. Jim online, not very good against Terran. He got 3-0. It was not part of WCS America Premier League Season 1. Made it back for Season 2, but he was in a group with Hart and Hyun, and that was also too much to handle for our very own Chinese Protoss. However, game number 3 is live. Let's just go ahead and jump into the game, as we can't wait to see what is going to happen on Foxtrot Laboratories.
Yeah.
Where this time we are going to introduce Startail Alifa properly, as I'm sure But someone is ready out there to show an amazing Korean flag. Give it to me, baby. Yeah.
And in the top left position, I don't think we can introduce him as cool as
No,
that.
no.
That was a special one. Sorry, Jim Bro. In the top left, the blue Protoss player from Invictus Gaming, it is Jim.
Jim.
Alrighty.
So a really important series, of course, for both players. Let's just speculate a tiny bit about the TVT that's coming up next. That's going to be one hell of a series. Tasia versus MMA, two players that play in different WCS regions, so we don't see them play against each other very often. Awesome on paper, small edge to Tasia, or do you believe in the power of MMA?
Tasia's been on a tear, man. I wouldn't want to play against Tasia if he was only allowed to use one hand on his keyboard. Even if I had, decent skill, I wouldn't want to.
You have decent skill. MMA has more than decent skill.
That's true.
But you still heavily favor Tasia?
I would heavily favor Tasia against anybody, unless that train wreck. If it's like unless he's like Ricky Bobby when he loses that race to the French guy and he goes from being the best in the world to just being really bad.
Awesome tweet from Karan. I can't read.
Karan Ramses,
who said he's going to stick with us through the bitter end. Hopefully we're going to make it an entertaining show for you. Of course, thanks for the tweets. Keep them coming as well. Hashtag IEM. It's going to help us make it through the night. But I don't want to be that guy, but I actually don't think we need you guys. Even though I just said it's going to help us through the night.
Wow.
And I love reading your tweets, but come on, Nate. When we are casting a group of StarTale Live, IG Gym, Tasia, and MMA, do we really need people?
This group is actually impossible not to be hyped over.
Come on.
You don't even need to fake hype. That's the best part. It's just like, no, these games have actually they've been a little bit crazy so far.
Every series has the potential to be a memorable series, and I am so genuinely excited to see if Jim's play has evolved a little bit against the Terrans, because I've been a Jim fan since day one. You guys know that. Me and Mr. Bitter hyped him into oblivion, which back then was mostly just all speculating and trying to build a story. But it actually turned into a pretty damn legit story, because he made it to the round of 8 twice. That was awesome. However, there's one matchup that has always been holding him and Maxet back as well. It has been PvT, and I would truly love to see him actually evolve as a player.
I'm excited to see what happens when they don't have the crazy ping problems, right? You're on home turf. If Jim was a Zerg creature, he would be on creep right now. He is actually on creep. Life is close to the creep, but he's right off the edge. China's close to Korea, but he's not quite there.
Interesting little wall up. Man, I actually feel this is a weird map. What?
This is a wall.
Oh, Jim has done this before, Nate. He's just going to 4-gate. He did this against Jaedong on
Ultrazine. That's how he eliminated him from running for the WCS America.
Yes, but Life is getting speed. However, 110 seconds means that speed is going to be ready at the 6-minute and 50-second mark. That is pretty long way off. How many gateways did the Overlord see? The Overlord has not seen Jack something yet. And that's really bad news.
Life doesn't know.
Okay, he's making Zerglings, but I actually think that slow links are probably not going to cut it. And we know that Jim is the type of Protoss that warps in 4 Stalkers and starts kiting units.
Oh, yeah.
Right, Jim? You want to be like, oh,
bring the heat. He's waiting for some gates to finish.
Maybe Zealots first and then Stalkers.
Okay, Zealots kill Zerglings. Yeah. That's cool too.
But then he's going to need Stalkers because he wants to start kiting. There's no creep tumor on this base. However, speed, 40 seconds in, and Life is actually counterattacking. We saw this yesterday as well. This could be a brilliant move. The units are a little bit out of position. This is actually quite a few speed links. I think that Life has an excellent... Life has a soul read on this.
This is tricky, Roddy. He has a sentry back home. Oh, he's getting around the sentry. No. Oh, nice force field. Nice force field. Probes, help him out. Come on. Oh, my goodness. He got into a fight, and the probes just watched.
Okay, Life is just going to do the exact same thing as we saw another Zerg do yesterday, and I truly forgot the name. Time Warp goes down. That means no recall. That also means that these Zerglings are going to wreak havoc on the other side of the map.
Oh, no.
The Zealots, however...
Zealots are good, but are they this good, Roddy? Oh, that force field wasn't too bad.
Not bad at all.
But he's still, that one Zealot can't, they cannot hold.
We cannot hold.
They're serious this time.
This is like when you refresh Team Liquid all the time and the elephant shows up and tells you that they cannot hold. I'm afraid that Jim is not going to be able to hold either. Man, these counterattacks by these Zergs are so smart. Who was the Zerg who did it yesterday, Nate? Please help me out.
true?
Yes, it was true. Against Stork. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're spot on.
Yeah, I mean, he had Zergling run-bys for days in that match.
Okay, Jim is not dying like
Jim's not
Stork
dead yet.
was.
He's not dead
Well,
yet.
actually, he's far from that. If he gets a really good fort, this is a good little wall. He can warp in a Stalker, but then again, he probably needs every single warp in. Jim can still theoretically make this work. He's down 4 workers, but it's still only Zerglings. What is Live going to do now? Do we have a Spine in? No, no Spine.
It's just Zealots.
In
The
an
Zerglings
okay
are trying to get us
position,
around
though.
Mothership Core is here. Yeah, the Zealots have each other's backs,
Yeah,
so they can't
literally.
They literally have each other's backs.
Oh my
but
god, and all the Zealots survive with like red HP.
He's killed most of the Lings with the next wave. This is where things
Jim?
get really tricky. Look at this, the freshly warped in Zealots
Oh my
soaking
god.
up all the damage. What teamwork?
Yes, no.
4 of those Zealots have actually like 5 to 10 hit points
Okay,
left.
more Zerglings coming in. We need one more warp in, Jim. You're gonna need to warp in a bunch of Zealots. That's exactly what he's going to do. Life is still... Oh my god, Jim!
Jim is going ham here.
He is going ham. Okay, the problem is, if Jim moves forward, he's going to lose his pylon. Jim knows that.
Tricky. That is
However,
mildly
it is
frustrating.
possible as well that he wipes in a few more Zealots. Oh, no, the units are they in hold position? No, they're not.
Jim, no!
No, force field.
Oh!
Ah, only 4 Zerglings,
That's going to keep him from getting into his own base to help,
Yep.
though. Okay, he's going for it.
Does Live have enough Zerglings and Queens at home? I am not sure. This is a lot of Zealots.
Yeah, this Queen is trying to run the Zerglings, getting into the
I
main
think
base
Jim is
mineral
able to
line,
do
but the
this,
time
Nate.
warp, he's got him, he's holding him in place.
This is a really good position for these Zealots. That Zealot holding, or that Zealot, so what was it? It was not a wall up on the ramp, but where they had each other's back. That was the most beautiful Zealot positioning I've seen in a long time. It was barely enough. A couple of these Zealots must have a lot of kills. 8 kills, 10 kills.
I mean, these
This
guys,
is Jim's game.
these guys are going full Sparta right now.
Wow, Jim is doing what Stork was not able to do yesterday. Chinese Protoss player Jim is going to deliver a very big
GG!
upset in our first series of the Intel Extreme Masters Shenzhen Group D, as he's able to defeat Live with a 4-gate. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, like when Arshavin scored 4 goals against Liverpool or against Arsenal? No, you don't know that. No, against Liverpool. He played for Arsenal. He did 4. And Jim just stood up after defeating Live and he did 4. Since we don't have a feed from the event, I'm just like being Jim right now.
This is a live, accurate representation
Of Jim.
of what Jim did.
All right, now we have like the camera of the final seconds of the game, and Jim is like,
GG! Oh my god.
he did it. Great, man. I really thought Jim was dead. I thought he was dead.
I mean, you'd think when Zerglings get passed into your base like that there's not really too much you can do, and
No.
yet he did it anyway.
On a certain moment, it was a 3-height Zerg against a 2-base Protoss with 26 workers against 22. There were a crazy amount of Zerglings on the map, and there were Zerglings counterattacking in what looked like a very exposed Protoss natural. However, Jim had a very cute little wall off there. I love that pylon in the mineral line. Normally, a horrible idea. Don't do that. It's going to block your mining. In this situation, fantastic idea because it allowed Jim to get some sort of a little wall going for himself with barely 0 units. I guess he had like 3 there, but it was just the right amount. And this is a pretty big upset. And you know what this also means, Nate? That the loser of MMA versus Stasia is going to have to play for that tournament live in the first series, in the second series of the day, right after they lose a TVT against, you know, a very respectable Terran. Doesn't really matter who wins or who loses. It's going to have to play against Live with tournament live on the line.
Yep.
Also for Live, of course. But I think that Live is never really worried.
No.
I think
Life
that
goes on.
I think that Live just looked at this series and he's like, huh, that's funny. He 4-gated me. Now I have to beat 2 Terrans, or I have to beat a Terran and a Jim. Man, this group, if this group wasn't awesome yet on paper, it just got a little extra spicy. Someone just poured salt in the WoW.
As funny as this whole thing, you know, we as funny as we've been, or you know, whatever.
We're not being funny at all.
We're making some jokes or whatever. But seriously, like Jim actually, no one would have predicted him to beat Life.
No.
Like this, I feel like we're not stressing how surprising this result is because we're just too tired to properly get that message across. But
we're
it's actually
trying.
a really huge deal.
Yeah, like if you could have bet on this match, there's a good chance that you would got like 4-1 on your money for Jim.
Yes.
And like 1.2 for
I
Life.
would have taken a bet before this match started that Life would win.
Yeah, of course.
I would put money on
For
Life.
even money, I think that 99 out of 100 StarCraft 2 fans out there would put their money on Live.
Yes.
And that one guy is Jim. He's like, no, I think I can win. And Live would say no, like he often does. We have learned from Bomber.
That's true.
According to Bomber, Live says no very often in life. Either way, that is a crazy first result. And it also means that we can get ourselves ready for a fantastic TVT series between Tasia and MMA. Nate, do we need to tell the people to get hyped? No, I don't think we do.
No, it's Terran versus Terran. The hype is just, it's like X equals 5. It's given.
Yeah, and it's so cool as well because not only are these two fantastic Terran players that have been having a lot of success throughout the years, have won tournaments in multiple continents, you also look... Actually, they're both Triple Crown winners.
That is true.
Well, did Tasia ever win in Korea? No, he didn't.
I'm not sure he ever actually won in Korea.
No,
he beat a lot of good players in Korea, but victories, I'm not sure.
He has never won a GSL. And I guess that's the only thing that he could have won there. So, okay, I was lying. He's not a Triple Crown winner, but he is fantastic. He has won more tournaments than anyone other than MVP, as far as I can recall. It's going to be a 6 series. So beautiful. WCS America Terran against WCS Europe Terran. They're both Korean. They're both very well accomplished. Stay tuned. We're heading into a very small commercial break. And after that, we'll be back with perhaps a TVT series for the ages.